Hi and welcome to Ottawa English. I'm Angela. In this video we're going to be looking at CAEL Speaking Task 1, and the question is, who or what made the greatest contribution to your success in school? You have 30 seconds to prepare your response before you speak for a whole minute. But you can do it. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you've understood the question. They want you to talk either about a person or a thing that contributed, that helped you to be successful in school. So you're talking about a person. So maybe that person was encouraging or inspiring or motivating. Or you're talking about a thing, and that might be a quality. Maybe you're very patient and that helped. Maybe you're reward oriented and that helped. Or maybe you're just very determined and that helped. Or you could be talking about a thing, a hobby. So maybe getting your homework done well, getting a good score, left you more time to spend on your hobby. Or you might want to talk about a skill. Maybe you were really, really good at math, and that meant that you had a lot more time to invest in the other subjects, and that helped you get good scores all around. As you prepare your response, you want to make sure that you have an introduction where you paraphrase the question and give a high-level answer that includes your two reasons that you're going to develop. Then you develop the first one and the second one, and then you have your conclusion where you just answer the question. So in my example, I've decided I'm going to talk about my mom. The most significant contribution to my success in school was made by a person, my mom, because she was ever present and ever interested in both my educational activities and my environment. The main idea, first, it's my educational activities. When Mum got home from school, she came straight up to my room to see what I was doing and ask me about my day. Typically, she didn't even take her coat off or make herself a cup of coffee. I loved that special time with Mum, and it made me want to do well, so that I always had something positive to report. In my second main idea, I'm going to talk about the environment. Secondly, whenever we had parent-teacher interviews, Mum was there on time and asked all the right questions. She was always very diplomatic with my teachers, and I think that because they liked her, they liked me too. And then my conclusion, I'm just going to answer the question. All told, I attribute most of my success in school to not wanting to disappoint my mum. As you're going through your response, you want to make absolutely sure that you're thinking up your two reasons very, very quickly, because that 30 seconds of preparation time goes fast. You also want to pick up some structural points by separating your response into an introduction, two main ideas, and a conclusion. And you'll notice that in this response, I've said first and second. That gives you points for organization, because even if you make a lot of mistakes in your grammar or your agreements or your sentence organization, if you keep your main ideas together and tell the examiner that now you're talking about the next one, you can still pick up points for your organization. You want to make sure that you've finished developing each main idea with examples and details before you move on to the next idea. Always make sure that you throw in a sprinkling of phrasal verbs and common expressions, and use those language efficiency techniques like parallels, relative clauses, and subordination. We're going to talk about that in a moment. And your tense endings have to be there. and vary your sentence structure. And if you're running out of time, finish your sentence quickly and drop your voice on the last word, because you can still pick up points for length, even if you don't say everything that you wanted to say. So if we look at that language efficiency and sentence structure in this example, we can see that I've used these higher level language structures. So I've used complex sentences with subordinating conjunctions in several places. I've used complex sentences with correlative conjunctions, which are basically subordinating conjunctions, but they're in two parts. And the higher level complex sentences with relative clauses. And I've got at least one of those in here. I've also got a gerund, another complex sentence, and I've got that all-important parallel in two places. I've also got an appositive here with my mum, and I've got these conjunctive adverbs that help the examiner follow my idea from beginning to end. And as always, there are a few phrasal verbs sprinkled throughout my response. If you're preparing for your test and you need a little help, remember that working with a tutor turns your passive learning into active learning. It targets the things that matter, and it saves you time trawling through YouTube. If you'd like some help from me, give me a call at 613-614-6460, or you can email me, angela@ottawa-english.com. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.